I'd always really enjoyed coaching at the collegiate level. I really got the bug for it there, in its teaching. One of the things when I was on the British national team, one of my main functions was building crews, building teams for the Olympics, and I really enjoyed the idea of not going in at the top level, saying, okay, I'm going to win a gold medal here. It was, I want to build a team up here, and in 4 years' time, I want to win a gold medal. So it was always building a crew. So I've always enjoyed the teaching side of it. To build something like this is, to me, it's been fun. And I wanted a challenge. I wanted something that was fun. I didn't want to just twiddle my thumbs and say, okay, go to a place where it's going to be national champions, or you know you're going to where it is. This was a place to build something up, and we're still building it up, and it's getting better each year.
This is an Olympian who's chosen to coach a whole bunch of us Kansas kids who don't know anything about this sport. He chose this project knowing that it wasn't going to be easy. And that kind of inspires the girls. I think it inspires me when I'm coaching too. If he wanted an easy job, he would have gone somewhere where they recruited foreigners or they recruited kids who already knew how to row. But he came here because he wanted to start something that was homegrown. And that's basically what we're doing with each and every one of our 90 girls, is starting something that's homegrown, grassroots. From the very beginning, we're teaching them how to do this.
I was actually born very close to the River Thames. I grew up next to the river. So it was natural for me to go to a local club, and the local club would be a rowing club. From that, as a junior and under 18, I was with a group of guys who we went on to the British junior national team. We won world championship medals with them, and then that progressed to becoming a senior international. Fortunate enough again to the guys that I came through with were good enough that we picked up some more medals. And being a coxswain, we've talked about this, is that the coxswain's role is really you're the appendage of the coach. And so therefore it was natural progression for me to go from a coxswain to a coach.
The visit is what sold me on it. It wasn't Coach Sweeney. I didn't know him from anyone. It was just coming to this place and understanding that the program that he built invited people like me who had never heard about this to be a part of a team where there was no MVPs. I wasn't coming in at the bottom of the chart. I was coming in the same level as every other girl like me who didn't know what starboard was, what port was, what rowing even was. I knew that I could start at the same level as all of them, and I could earn my way up as fast as I wanted. And that was probably the most attractive thing to me. I will never forget the first time when he coached me independently as a first year. We were in our first or second, maybe second semester, doing our first or second 2K of that semester. And he was just observing creepily to the side like a head coach would. And then when he got up, he came and stood behind me and he coxed me through my last probably minute and a half. And I'll never forget that minute because it was the hardest I've ever pushed in my whole life up to that point. And in that moment, I PR'd and I realized like, hey, I can be good at this. But I felt like he cares enough about me to reach out to me and interact with my specific score and performance. And so he kind of saves up the power that he has until the right moment when he knows he can really, really make a difference.
I get a lot of enjoyment out of building each year, trying to make it better, taking somebody who you look at and you think, they're never going to be any good, but then you look at them 3 years later, 4 years later, and they're winning, and they're having fun at it, and they're enjoying it, and they've improved, and they've gotten somewhere. That to me is the enjoyment. You work wherever you have to work. We chose this place because it was a good place to bring up a child and live. I think we did the right thing.
He's a really tough coach. It's not easy to be coached by Sweeney. But he doesn't forget where we're coming from. So he's very realistic with us And I think the most freeing thing about joining this team was knowing that politics were not going to be a part of my journey with rowing. It didn't matter if I was his favorite or if I was his frenemy. If I was the best, I was going to be voted the best. He's always sticks true to that. And if you work hard, he sees that. I think that being taught by him, being my teacher and my mentor,
the reason I'm sort of passionate about it is it opened up so many doors to me when I was a youngster, when I was 12 years old and I started it. It just gave me so many opportunities. I saw the world, it's given me a livelihood. It's, you know, some of the best friends in the world I've ever had. It's just done so much for my life that if it can open up a few more doors for a few more other people, I think that's great. I don't know what I would be doing if I wasn't doing this. I'm lucky I'm doing the thing that I've always wanted to do.